Hi and welcome to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you about an amazingly fantastic UK company that is currently recruiting personnel, obviously to work with them. And look, this company specializes exclusively on international medical assistance. So it is not a coincidence that I'm sharing this with you. It's because the services that they offer are so unique that I want you to see what else is possible in healthcare. For example, let's say at this point in time, if you're a nurse and you're thinking, oh my God, I don't want bedside nursing, what else can I do with my career as a nurse? Or you're a midwife, or you're a doctor, or you're a healthcare professional. Really, it doesn't matter what you're doing, because they are recruiting across the sector in obviously different roles and different positions. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you what positions they're recruiting for, what you can expect to have, how to apply, the pay, and look, literally the whole shebang. So if you're new to my channel, obviously you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate the time you take to watch these videos. And I do hope that you're implementing everything that I'm talking about, because look, I'm not here to just give you information. I'm here to hold you accountable and make sure that you're implementing all of these amazing opportunities, because many of what I've shared here, people have already applied. Like I shared a video on here about a company that was giving a £5,000 welcome bonus for new members. Some of you have already applied until you had your interviews already. Congratulations. If you're one of those people actually taking action, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So if you check the comment section below, you're going to see a link to my newsletter. If you join that newsletter, then obviously I can send that information directly to your inbox so that you never miss out on any information. And like, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you do want to hit subscribe, turn on that notification button so you're the first person to be notified when I drop a new video on here. So this company, what is it all about? Like I've said, it's a company that deals with kind of multinationals. They deal with insurance companies, and they focus exclusively on international medical assistance. So if you're applying for this job, you need to be somebody who is keen on the aviation industry. You need to be somebody who likes to fly. You need to like planes, because there is traveling involved as well as working from home. Like I say, if I'm sharing any opportunity, it's because it is so unique and it's so good, that I'm just like, look, you 100% need to know about this. So this company is no different. And by the way, if in case you're wondering, you're like, oh my goodness, who is this? So my name is Melvis. I currently work for the NHS in England as an advanced nurse practitioner. So, I studied here in the UK as an international student. I started my career as a carer, working in a nursing home, and sort of progressed ever since then to now working as an advanced nurse practitioner. So I do have a private career coaching service where I support nurses, carers, midwives, student nurses, prospective student nurses, with career progression in the UK, which means if you're a carer and you're thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, what else can I do? What else is there for me? How do I get my PIN number? How do I get into nursing, healthcare, clinical healthcare jobs? Look, I'm your girl. My private coaching program, Nursing Career Bootcamp, is going to support you with that journey, with the pathway, with personalized, individualized, and tailored support for your specific circumstances. And that's something that is powerful, because look, YouTube is good for generic information, but let me tell you, having that tailored support for you that is according to your personal circumstances is what is really going to make the difference, so that you're not wasting a lot of time focusing on things that are maybe not relevant for you. That's what the program is about. If you're already a nurse and you're thinking of career progression, you want to apply for senior positions, you're looking at career progression pathways, or maybe you're even still out of the UK, you're keen on moving to this beautiful country so you can make the most of all the opportunities that it brings. Again, Nursing Career Bootcamp is going to make sure that it supports you through that journey. And look, we've got nurses, we've got prospective student nurses in the program, we've got carers, we've got people who are still applying for jobs, we've got people in the UK, out of the UK. So whatever your personal circumstances, you're going to get that support system that you need and rightfully deserve to thrive. So if you check the about section of this YouTube channel, you're going to see a link to Nursing Career Bootcamp. And by all means, I urge you to consider joining, because, it is going to accelerate your career progression in the UK, whether you're already physically in the UK right now, or you're still out of this beautiful country, keen and looking forward to moving here. So let's get started. I really move into the details of this company. Like I was saying, I don't even know whether I've said the name of the company, but it's called Med Rescue. So Med as in MED, Rescue as in RESQ. And they only specialize in all these different sectors. And like I've said, and they're currently recruiting as well for a medical case manager. A medical case manager, when I looked at, the vacancy, they've got various vacancies. So I want you to go to their website and take the time to have a look, because obviously, like I was saying about that tailored advice, I don't know who is watching this video. You could be somebody who is not in healthcare. You could be planning to get into healthcare. You could be somebody who is a nurse, a carer, or just, watching for the sake of it. I don't know. So again, you need to check them out if it's something that you're interested in. But if you've got any questions, obviously leave them in the comment section below and I'll be able to answer. So I'm going to give an example of this medical case manager role. Obviously, for this specific position, they are looking for a qualified nurse. So I'm going to take this as an example because I know that many people that watch my videos are already healthcare professionals, and nursing especially, since I'm a nurse myself. Obviously, no bias here, but I'm going to talk about this because it's for a nurse. So ideally, with situations like this and jobs like this, if you're keen, like I've said, you need to be keen on the aviation industry, traveling. So while you're in the UK, you're going to work from home, and most of their jobs, that's how they are, is work from home opportunities. And then there'll be times that you need to also travel overseas. You need to travel abroad to other countries, depending on what is going on. Let me give an example. So if this particular company, MedRescue, if they've got a client, for example, who's got insurance, from them, and they travel, say, to Kenya for a safari, if they go for a safari in Kenya and they end up with, say, I don't know, they're running behind a lion or something, and they end up with a broken ankle, obviously, as the manager here in the UK, you would need to organize a hospital in that country for that your client obviously to go to, because as you know, people pay healthcare insurance when they're going on holidays, for example, so that if there is any emergency on there, somebody's going to organize it. So as a medical case manager, that's is going to be your role and responsibility to organize, private healthcare, obviously, or, just support for that particular person. Obviously, with a broken ankle, they don't need to have like an air ambulance going over there and rushing and all of that. But let's just assume that one of your clients actually goes somewhere, say they go to Nigeria on holiday and they end up with, say, a stroke or a cardiac arrest, for example. Imagine in such a case, it is so urgent, and sometimes these private companies obviously need to evacuate that person from Nigeria, from wherever they are, back to the UK. So in those scenarios, again, as a medical case manager, it's going to be your duty, to be able to evacuate that person. Again, I'm saying all of this so that you have an idea of what this company does. So if you're keen on applying, you've got ideas as well on the types of things that you can be expecting during the interview, and most importantly, how you should be answering those questions, because these jobs are not traditional healthcare jobs. They are not traditional nursing jobs. They are jobs that you need to think out of the box, in order to get them. And also, one of the things that I like about these jobs is that if you want to work for international organizations such as the UN, this is a fantastic opportunity, to take on a job like this, because it builds your CV, it builds your portfolio, and it builds your knowledge base, experience, and expertise in that international kind of workforce, obviously. So like we're saying, the example of the person who's had a stroke, for example, in Nigeria while on holiday, they may need to be evacuated back to the country. Again, as a medical case manager, it's going to be your duty and your role to organize all of that. But most importantly, in some of these evacuations, obviously, don't need a medically trained personnel on board, which means that you will need a private flight from the UK to go to that country and bring that person back, and you may need to go yourself as the medical person, supporting that patient to come back to the UK, to a UK hospital. So these are some of the things that this company actually does, and I really admire it. If you're somebody who is obviously not keen on those traditional healthcare roles and you like to travel, this is an amazing way to travel for free, because obviously you're not going to be paying for flights, you're not paying accommodation, hotels, everything is completely paid for by the company because it's work basically. And the pay for these jobs is over £40,000 per year. So you've got to negotiate. Obviously, it depends on the role, and all of that. So what do they actually need? And by the way, if you're enjoying this content, I want you to like the video. Let me know that you enjoy content like this and I should do more. And also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, look, you don't want to be a stranger on here. You do want to hit subscribe, turn on the notification button so you're the first to be notified when I share opportunities like this on here. You can also check the channel for other opportunities that I've shared, similar to this, different sectors as well, just to make sure that you're making the most of those opportunities. Again, if you haven't joined the newsletter, if you check the comment section below, you're going to see a link to that newsletter, and then I can share that information directly to your inbox so that you're not reliant on the yo-yo YouTube algorithm, which is going to be deciding what should you see, what should you not see, what's good for you, what's not good for you. That information comes directly to your inbox, and then obviously you can apply for those positions yourself, just to make sure you never miss out on anything. So what are they looking for a course like, for a job like this? Obviously you do require to have experience. So if it's a nursing position, or like a doctor, because they also recruit doctors, they recruit paramedics, carers, all sorts of positions really. If you require professional registration, say like NMC for nurses, then yes, you do need to have that. If you're applying for a nursing position like the medical case manager job that I was talking about, you do need to have your NMC PIN number to be able to apply for that. Not only that, but they also want you to have at least 5 years of nursing experience in the UK to be able to apply, which means that whether you're an overseas nurse or you're a UK trained nurse, it really doesn't matter. But the main thing is that you do need to have UK experience, and I've said at least 5 years. But most importantly, out of those 5 years, they want you to have at least 2 years in an acute care setting. So for example, medical ward, surgical ward. But most importantly, if you're somebody who's worked in intensive care, or places like A&E, they're ideal for jobs like this because it's emergencies. You've got all sorts of medical conditions. You need to be ready, available, and able, confident to treat, anybody in any of these conditions. So that's why those particular sectors or areas of nursing specialties are so good, for opportunities like this one. And one of the things also that I'm going to give you, because you've watched till now, is the fact that for these jobs, if you have like BLS, basic life support training, it is a must for these jobs. If you also have your ILS, which is the immediate life support training, again, it is very, very enriching. Or better still, you've got the ALS, which is the advanced life support. All these courses are going to enhance your skills. Not only that, but they're also going to give you a better chance than other candidates who haven't got it. Because like I say, one of the things that I've also mentioned is language skills, because this job involves kind of coordinating care across different countries. If you can speak multiple languages, that is a massive advantage, because it doesn't matter the language, as long as you can speak additional languages to English, is going to be an added advantage getting a job with this company. Because obviously if you've got a client, say, in Ghana, in Nigeria, in the US, in Barbados, in Jamaica, you need somebody who can effectively organize that care with the local services to make sure that that patient is safe. If they need to be evacuated back to the country, to the UK, again, you need to be able to organize that. So having that knowledge of logistics as well, having that, being able to plan meticulously, being organized, attentive to detail, those are all the skills that you're going to need for this particular job. And like I've said, they're currently recruiting for various positions. All you need to do is check their website, MedRescue, like I've said, and you'll be able to see the vacancies and just go through them, because these are opportunities that are not traditional healthcare opportunities. And that's why I'm keen to share them with you, so that you can just excel and thrive. And if you need mass support, obviously, with any of these jobs, career progression in the UK, securing those top end visa sponsorship jobs, progressing into senior nursing positions, transitioning from a carer to a qualified nurse here in the UK, then again, my private coaching program is perfectly ideal for you to, so that you're supported through that journey, to getting really to where you deserve to be, to where you ought to be, and to where you rightfully should be. So again, this company obviously has lots of advantages, pension and all of that, which I wouldn't get into right now. But when you check their website, you'll be able to see that, if you've got any questions, leave them in the comment section below, and we'll be able to answer them together. Again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you do want to hit subscribe right now. Turn on that notification button so you're the first to be notified, obviously, when I drop a new video on here. Again, thank you very much for watching. Keep watching the rest of the videos that I've done on the channel. Share this with anybody that is going to benefit from this. Again, like I say, I'm just bringing those ideas so that what else is there that you can do in healthcare, rather than just the traditional healthcare roles that you and I know. Because look, times have changed. So again, Nurse Melvis here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Keep watching the videos.